off. I figured it out. Yeah, we're talking about it. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Because I just dropped the video and it went crazy. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Let's quick find together and figure it out. All right. Yeah. Yo, is that the Raul Martinez that I think it is? No, this is the real guy, Raul Martinez. So is that's not the
Is this my
real
last
Raul
chance
Martinez.
of you? It's promising.
What's going on, fight fans, undercard and boxing? Thank you guys for stopping through. There has been a lot of boxing going on so far and a lot more to go. But people are having a hard time finding where these boxing matches are taking place. So I just figured I'd jump on for a little bit. Actually, let me see if I can, how do I
Where's the
invite?
go?
Put that link in the chat.
Daddy, where's the go?
Hold on, Papa. Hold on. It's my son trying to play chess on my phone. I'm gonna paste it here. Mike Biggs, come on up. Come on up. Yeah, the zone is on right now. Yeah. I heard that card. I'm glad they didn't scrap it. That's something I also wanted to talk about, Mike Biggs. The main event didn't go through, but you see they didn't cancel the whole card and send everybody home packing. This is not a shot at BLK Prime, but once the AB card got canceled, I said the best thing to do was to make Mickey Bay versus Tevin Farmer the main event and go from there, right? Because people have already paid money. People have already paid money for that card. Why scrap the entire card? Guys worked hard to make weight. Guys bust, you know what I mean? Bust their ASS to show up and be prepared. Yeah, an unfortunate situation happened, but how many guys are on a single card? There's two fights per thing. So let's say guys went on a paycheck, including the main event, which is AB. That's not what you do in this business, because why am I going to sign up again to be on your card and then something like this happens? Green. Wherever it's green, look for the green. But the zone is on. You got JoJo versus what's his name? Kosteka. It's an okay fight. There's also this app called NG. You can download it. It's available on all mobile devices. It's about a 1999 Bevo Boxing. What's good? It's a 1999 subscription, and that'll get you some boxing matches. They have 3 cards on this app on at the same time. One in Florida and one in California. Oh yeah, get checker. Yeah. You have 3 boxing matches going on right now on that app. Bevo, what's going on? How are you?
What's up, brother? What's
You hear
up?
me?
You hear me?
Oh, Bevo has blessed the platform. Absolutely, Bevo Boxing. What's up?
Daddy,
What's
why
up,
So,
man?
as opposed to talking the fights that's going on right now, we're just gonna rap about whatever is going on. Some content, you know. We ain't gonna try to break the internet with none of our views. Bevo, stop talking about Ryan because he's going to sleep April 22nd. Well, we're gonna have a friendly banter between colleagues, you know. What's good with you? How's
Understand.
your Saturday?
I'm doing good, man. We understand that you don't want to see King Ryan destroy the hype train named Tank, but it's coming.
Hype train.
Can you just tell
I'm
me what
joking, man.
I have to
I'm
do?
joking.
You know what? I'm excited just that the fight actually got made and that Ryan signed. But it's pretty now you can see that boxing is more than just belts and about what's on the line and about more about the paycheck. You know, we would like to glorify and say that it's not, but we know what it is.
You know, the funny thing is, I was actually talking to a friend of mine, and he said something I never thought about. It's never been about the belts. It's
Correct.
always been about who's the biggest star and who the people want to see.
Yeah.
Because when you get a fight like this, Ryan wanted this fight. I mean,
Mhm.
Ryan really.
To give me a
I mean, Tank did some goofy stuff like put the rehydration clause on him because he's scared to death. I mean, but Ryan agreed to everything. So, I think Terrence Crawford could have took a page out of Ryan's book, agree to everything. If you can beat him, then beat him and become the A side.
Salute, Just Do Boxing. Thank you for stopping by. What's good, OG? Now Bud is a special case. Will he sign? He has pretty much like to the end of this week to sign either the fight Spence, make that announcement, or Alexis Rocha will be ordered by the WBO. So I'm very interested to see how that plays out. Now, I was getting ready to say if he fights Rocha, he's a duck, but understanding the business of boxing, he pretty much can't duck his mandatory. He has to fight Alexis Rocha or get stripped off the WBO belt. So us as boxing fans might not like it, but unfortunately, that's exactly what will happen if he fights him. So I'm not gonna call him a duck. I'm just gonna be like, it is what it is. I'm happy that at least we get to see Bud back in the ring, and that still leaves us with some time towards the end of the year to maybe make the Spence versus Bud fight, because both of them would have satisfied their mandatories around the same time, and maybe we can get a clash to end the year. I'm being hopeful.
I'll be honest, man. At this point, I don't want to see the fight. I mean, you talking about a guy 33, another guy is about to be 36. I mean, I think they missed the opportunity last year. I mean, it'd be a good fight, but I don't think it'd be what it once was. Because this is a whole boxing fan fight, not so much a big fight, so to speak, anymore.
Go.
Yeah, you don't. Well, what if they both move up to 154, belts aside, like we've just been saying about Ryan and Tank? If belts don't matter in that fight, do you think it doesn't matter if they fight each other at 154?
Well, reason I said it doesn't matter is because I think if you think about them at 154, you got an undisputed champion who's shown he'll fight anybody.
Right.
So in that case,
who's that? Who's the undisputed? Bud?
Say again. No,
You talking about Bud? Oh,
I'm
Jamel.
saying
Okay.
Jamel is the true champion there. What is the name? What's that lineal champion as well? And really, I'll tell you this. I'm telling you, the fight is just too old now. They both are 36 and 33. And really, I'll tell you this. I've seen them both kind of take a step back physically. And I'm thinking to myself, like, not saying I don't want to see them fight, but I'd rather see some other young guys fight. Yeah, because they're old now. And Tank are bigger stars than Errol and Terrence ever were. And that's just a fact. That's not me saying that. That's just the God's honest truth.
Say that part again. Who's the biggest star?
Ryan and Tank are both bigger stars than Errol and Tank ever. I mean, than Errol and Bud ever. So it's
now see. Well, let me. Ryan has never done a pay-per-view, so how could we solidify him as a star? Now, Bud, followers don't pay the
Followers do pay the bills. You know they do.
They pay who's
the commercial with a top 75 player and Damian Lillard.
You see, if that's the case, then you're gonna have a lot of guys going out of boxing and trying to make money on the side as opposed to focusing on the sport, because they're gonna say, "Look, I make money. I'm a star. I don't need boxing." You get what I'm saying? It's going to take away from the purity of the game if they go out and get.
Did you see Floyd on Dancing with the Stars?
I don't believe so. No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, he was on Dancing with the Stars.
While he was still boxing?
While he was boxing, he was in his prime.
Okay.
Because the thing about boxing is
Brandon.
there's no schedule.
Right.
There's no schedule, and you got to really push yourself out there. I mean, I'm telling you, man, a lot of fighters do this up with this service by thinking only what they do in the ring matters.
But
look at the great Muhammad Ali, man. He fought boxers, gorillas,
wrestlers. Yeah.
And you just got to be honest. Man, this is entertainment. This isn't like, you know, we keep saying that we want to see the best fight, but there's other things that the best got to do. You got to build a brand, build your name.
True.
And really, Bud is really, to me, it's almost laughable the fact that he think he's the A side of anything. No one knows who he is, man. Bernie the boxer got more fans. Bernie's my man. This is a guy I talk to. This is my guy. Bernie is more of a star than Bud is. This nigga Bud had Bernie's mouth.
He'd be a megastar. He'd be a megastar.
You know what he is?
He's a superstar
talent, not a superstar. He's a superstar. Like a Tim Duncan is a superstar talent, but he's not a superstar. You know, true. People don't pay to see him. They don't go through the turnstiles to see him.
I gotta go see that guy. Right.
They go to the turnstile to see Errol, and they go to the turnstile to see people like Tank. Ryan, really, to tell you the truth, what Ryan has done is just pretty much be held back. If you look at boxing, that's all that De La Hoya's been doing is holding on to this guy, and now he can't hold him, or he's going to leave him. That's why the fight's being made. Ryan wanted that.
Can I say something real quick about how Golden Boy is looking as a business, as an organization, as a management company? Man, we need Suge Knight over there, man. Guys missing weights by 12 pounds. Your co-main event's missing weight. I don't want to repeat this on my channel, but I heard that they have a man-woman fighting on one of the cards. I'm not sure if it's true. I just keep hearing it. I missed you. How you doing?
That's true.
To me, it's just like, yo, what the heck is going on? First, all right, so the professionalism of your main event guys missing weight, that needs to be dealt with. But then your co-main event didn't even have to, you know what I mean? They missed, one of the guys missed weights too. Oh, we never agree with Bevo, bro. We never agree with Bevo. We never. That's why we here.
Hey, Mike, I want you to stop ducking me. I want Mike Biggs to stop ducking me. He's been ducking me. He's been ducking
Link
me,
in the chat. Link in the chat. Link in the chat. Link in the chat.
Get on the people with me anymore. And I want you to know, I know you've been ducking me, Mike, but I love you. But I don't want you to know you've been ducking me, man. Stop ducking me, man. Stop ducking me.
Keep Thurman voice. Keep Thurman voice. Don't duck me, son. Don't duck me.
Hey, but you know what? That's the thing about boxing. I didn't understand it until I started actually talking to managers, promoters.
Yeah.
And they kind of let me know, like, a lot of what we see is all smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
So, you know, Ryan, at the end of the day, say what you want, but to get 9 million followers, it's not an easy task, man. That's not an easy task.
And I realized too, like when they build these fights and these fight cards, the reason why you see that there's so many regional belts, intercontinental belts, it's because of branding. If you put championship behind a promotion, whether we know it or not, it actually helps sell the fight. Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. What's good, G? Don't worry, I'm hopping back over. People just wanted to get cooked real quick. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by. It means a lot. When I say it's like pretty much family that be hopping in the chat. I'm not gonna call y'all fans because I see y'all everywhere. But what you call it? What they do when they're branding. So like the fact that this fight with Ryan and Tank is not for an actual title, kind of. I was expecting it to cost them money, but they're so popular outside of boxing and doing other things that Gates is selling out. Already sold out the entire arena. I think they should get a bigger stadium. But
yeah, I think I'll tell you why they get in that stadium. From what I've heard, they get in that stadium because they use that venue a lot. they've used that venue a lot, so they know how it works. They know how much money they can make out of it. When you talk about going to Legion Stadium, that's an arena, man. That's a different ball game right there.
Yeah, I mean, what kind of event would you put on in there? G5, what's good, G? Thanks for stopping by, man.
Legions is for like if you're going to bring Drake to town. If you're going to bring Drake, if you're going to bring.
You think Wilder can sell that out?
If he bought Joshua, yeah.
The UK version. Okay.
Joshua, yeah, if you bought Joshua, he could. If you remember when they offered the $50 million, that fight was actually going to be at the T-Mobile Arena because that's how big that's before Legions came. It's around 2015.
Right.
And
right.
They offered Joshua $50 million because, I mean, that dude's a superstar, man.
In the UK, yeah.
No,
in the UK.
In boxing, he's a superstar.
Man, I heard. So why they take the fight to Saudi Arabia? And don't tell me it's about the bag, because if he's a star, he'd have sold out the UK.
Well, it's not so much about the bag. It's more or less about the optics of it. You go to the UK, you don't have to pay for the venue fee. You don't have to pay the travel fees for the boxers. You don't have to pay for hotel accommodations. Saudi Arabia is what you call just a willing partner.
Copy.
Remember on The Godfather when he said we actually got true partnership. That's exactly what Saudi Arabia's going. The king wants it, man. He wants boxing to be big. He has unlimited money just to see the Israel right. The place always going to be there for him. So it's exciting. It's exciting, man.
What are you looking forward to coming up? Like, I know we're not really looking forward to the Zones card, but we're gonna watch and we're gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna do any type of live commentary about it. What I'm gonna do is, I saw Big Baby Miller get a win this today versus a 43-year-old. Good luck with that.
It should have been done.
Yeah.
But
correct. Also in Saudi.
Yeah. That boy Mike Biggs. Every time I see his name, man, it always bothers me, man.
Mike, I put the link in the chat.
I'm gonna call him Big Daddy Bo. I'm gonna be on later too, Big Mike. I feel like you, Big Daddy Bo, you're gonna throw the belt in the trash can on. But I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna take it out. I want you, Mike.
Leave my subscribers alone, man.
Okay. Hey, that's my guy right there, man. I want him to go. I want us to go debate live Ryan Tank. Nobody wants to debate me on Ryan and Tank because they know I'm getting all this.
Yeah, why don't you sign up for Knockout Boxing, man? That's what I did. I got a few subscribers off of it.
Yeah.
But all you gotta do is email him, man. He'll set it up. All you two gotta agree to the time and the location, and he'll be there. He'll definitely set it up for you. Set it up the time where you need to be.
I think Mike will duck me. That's the only problem.
Big Mike's an OG. Only thing he duck is, his hair.
I feel like hold on one second.
Yeah, so Big Baby and Brown was entertained, of course. And I don't think anyone had to pay for it. Where was it? Bruce Grass. What was it on? I think it was was it on an app or
I thought it was like somebody was streaming it. I'm not sure what it was on. It was streaming though. But yeah, man, I'm excited, man. I really can't wait to see.
What are you looking forward to coming up in boxing? You got Tank Ryan, you got Plant versus Benavidez this weekend. Oh, next weekend.
Yeah.
Talk to me. How you see that fight playing out?
I'm thinking you're gonna see.
This is an open discussion, people. If y'all want to come up, put the link in the chat. Don't be shy, man. Don't be shy. We here. What you want? How you think that fight's gonna play out? I got Plant.
I got Plant winning by knockout in the 10th round.
Oh, now you got no mic. You got no mic. So I can't hear you. Hardcore production. Nah, I can't hear you, Bevo. Yeah. So I got and who is Hardcore Production? Because I see Lou DeBella putting up a lot of these fight cards. He put on that Jean Pascal last Thursday, and that was aired on ESPN.
Hold on, can you hear me?
Terry the Schmoop man is in the building. The Schmoop man is in the building. Maybe I need to go live on Saturdays. I can't hear you, Bevo. You can. I'm gonna make.
Can you hear me now?
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just pop you off like this, and I'm gonna try to add you back to the stream. See if you come back up.
You hear me?
Floyd, what? Hold on. For real?
You hear
Try
me
it
now?
like this. No, we still can't hear you, Bevo.
Oh, let me hop all the way out, and then I'm gonna hop back in.
So you saying Floyd is the guy behind that promotional company? Bruce Grass? That'd be crazy. That's crazy. Mike Big said give him a minute. He trying to secure the location. Woo! I love it. I love it. What's up, people? Come on. Bruce Grass. Bruce Grass. Is it gas?
What up, Undercut? How you doing,
Gas.
bro?
What's good, G?
I was watching that fight from
Maybe it's my
Saudi Arabia, man. Floyd was at ringside. He was talking it up. Big Baby Miller is one of his boys. Was his bodyguard for a few years when he wasn't fighting. A lot of Floyd's fighters were on the card. Yeah, that's definitely his promotion, bro. And dig this. I heard this over there. Roy Jones Jr. and Antonio Tarver are going to headline a card there, and the winner gets an apartment in Dubois.
Wow.
Yeah, huh?
Say that one more time. I think I missed it.
Okay. Roy Jones Jr. and Antonio Tarver are going to come and do a legends fight there.
Okay.
And the winner gets one of those high-rise apartments in Dubois.
Wow. Okay.
Isn't that? I've never heard anything like that in my life, bro.
Yeah. I mean, Roy Jones was just set up to fight a dude from YouTube, NO Champ or something like that, some bodybuilder.
Yes, bodybuilder. Yeah, I mean, it's all bullshit. It's not real boxing. It's entertaining, freaking, sports entertainment. But can you believe that the Dubai government, the Saudi government, I really don't know who's running the country, but they're going to put up an apartment just to get a spectacle fight like that. And Pava was there. He was at ringside. He was doing commentating. Floyd was doing commentating. I mean, bro, yeah, it was total a regular production, man. I don't know if it was a pay-per-view or what. I streamed it, and there weren't too many places you could stream it on. You had to kind of go fishing around for it.
Yeah, because that's what I was saying. Like they put out these fights in these weird locations, but don't tell you how to exactly to watch it. An apartment. Those are millionaires. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, guaranteed, bro. One of those brand new high rises, man.
Well, I mean, if it's worth it, if I do an exhibition, because I'm assuming it's an exhibition. What they're trying to do is just try to bring sports. They signed Ronaldo. They gave Ronaldo a bunch of money to come and play soccer over there. People not paying attention to that. They've been trying to get more boxing matches in that location. They're doing whatever they can to just take the eyes off the country as a whole. Let's focus on that. We're bringing spectacle fights, that we're entertaining the people. You'll laugh for an hour, like they did with the Coliseum games.
And
the city was poor, but guess what? If you go to the Coliseum and you see two guys beat themselves bloody to death, then you're entertained. It's like the Gladiator.
This is a country. It looks to me like it wants to go into the 21st century. They had ring card girls there. I know a couple of years ago when the WWE was there, all the women were covered up. They had to wear, long, baggy kind of sweatpants instead of their usual costumes. Today they had beautiful ringside girls, scantily dressed. They were showing a little bit of nightlife in the city. I mean, I think they're one of the few countries in the world that has more money than they need. And they're blowing it, and it's good because boxing fans, we're going to benefit from it. Maybe the boxers are going to make some dough. And hey, it's such a global world with streaming and pay-per-views and everything. It doesn't matter where the fight is to me, anyway, man. I mean, I'm almost 70 years old. I don't go to fights anymore, but just promoting something like this, maybe they'll have the money to put together. And Lord knows, I don't even want to say it, but maybe Bud Crawford and Earl Spencer. I mean, maybe they'll bring that to reality.
Listen, if Spence wasn't so tied up with Showtime or Al Heyman, and he was like a free agent himself, I could definitely see him and Bud, flying over there and making that fight happen for bukus of dollars. But it's only a one-off. it doesn't make sense to just leave, PBC Showtime to go get, let's say, 60 million, and then when you come back, you got no home because you done, you know what I mean? You did something that there's no way we could allow.
Well,
Terry Smooth said they're doing sports washing. That's to wash away from all the autocracies, and they have done with all the human. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Me and Terry spoke about this. That's what's going on in the UAE.
I can see that, and it's kind of kind of tears you a little bit, when you want to go support it, and you think about the atrocities, human rights. I mean, I've heard them throwing gay people off the top of buildings and things like that. Just really, just fucking human rights atrocities, and they're trying to sport wash it by having all these world events. The golfers over there, you'll probably see the NFL play a few games there. You'll probably see NBA there and play. Because fucking money rules, and it's not that difficult to get up and go and bring the show. I hate to use the cliche, but if the Muhammad won't go to the mountain, you bring the mountain to Muhammad. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Mm-hmm. Are there any fights that you're interested in watching coming up? The upcoming schedule. Yeah. Most of it's out already.
Plant and V-Days, bro.
Who do you got?
It's gonna be a hell of a fight, man. It's going to be they fight so infrequently that I can't really put it on any of the, I can't base it on their past performances. Plant had the best fight of his life in his last performance, that knockout. I've never seen a knockout like that. Do you think he's going to catch that? He's like that? I don't know. But it makes for a hell of a matchup.
Yeah, I mean, like I've been telling everyone, I like Plant. David's a little bit slow-footed. He throws fast combinations, but he's very accessible to a counterpunch. Most of the time when he's, wailing away at the guy, they just shell up and don't fight back. Good job, Terry. This is an opportunity for someone else to kind of punch with him or be just as aggressive as he is. I was watching that Darrell fight. Before that cut, Darrell was having his way, walking around the ring, making him chase him down, jabs to the stomach, counter punching him, reacting off of it. Because most of the time, all he was in that high guard, shelled up and letting Darrell punch on him. Yes, he's improved, but his bad habits are so apparent that like a boxer can outbox him, and if that pressure does not catch up with him and eventually gets the guy out of there, he's going to win.
Oh, I can see Benavidez putting tremendous pressure on him, just blowing those fast, powerful combinations. And Benavidez is a naturally bigger fighter, too. Plant is not a big fighter. So, there's that factor. There's so many different whats and ifs in this fight. It's definitely a 50-50 fight as far as I can see it, bro.
Yeah. And a good one at that.
Yeah, man.
Terry, you called Arkansas beating Kansas in March Madness. How much you win, Terry? And come on, you sharing? What's going on? That means the pay-per-view is on you? Because that pay-per-view is $74.99. I need to start collecting donations. I'm passing them on the plate. Bevo, you still there? Oh, Bevo's muted. Who muted Bevo? Oh, he muted himself. Yeah. Are you into the basketball or just boxing?
Me, no, I don't watch basketball anymore. I was a basketball fan in the 80s and 90s, but baseball during the 2000s, football, but boxing is my thing. But I watch it. I go back and watch the history of boxing. I watch current boxing, and I like to interact with a lot of fighters too. Bring them on and do interviews with them. So it's definitely consuming for me. It takes up all my sports enthusiasm.
Gotcha. Who are some of the guys you've interviewed or had this to speak with?
Oh, Tim Witherspoon, Marlon Starling, Riddick Bowe, shit.
Legends.
Yeah, definitely all legends. Vinny Paz. I was talking to Dana Rosenblatt yesterday. I'm going to get him on there. Oh Christ, Mickey Ward. There's just so many of them. Sugar Ray Seal. Yeah, it's cool because you meet these cats and they love to tell their stories. They love, this is all new for them as it's for me. And they dig getting on here, meeting new fans, reliving their story. Like Marlon Starling, bro. He was a he was such an incredible welterweight. I mean, he would make Fred Crawford and Errol Spence sit down in the corner and say, "Who is this magic man, bro?" I mean, he's just amazing. He didn't fight for the money; he fought for the glory. You know, he didn't even question the purses, and he won 2 world titles. He knocked out Mark Breland, man. I mean, he was just an amazing guy, and he's the kind of guy where I could call him up right now and talk to him. He loves to. A lot. Most of these guys, most of the ones I met, Bobby Ches, Reggie Johnson. Oh man, if I start thinking, I can go on and on. But I love it. They love it, and it's kind of I think God put me on this earth for this last quarter of my life to do something like this to give these guys their flowers while they're still here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and that's why I try not to do this comparison per era, where this guy's better than that guy, this guy would beat that guy. Enjoy them for who they are and let them, ride off into the sunset. Did you hear Bob Arum says that Shakur can be better than Marvin Hagler?
Yeah,
I don't get into it. I'm just saying, like, when they make statements like that, let's just enjoy Shakur for who he is right now, what he's trying to accomplish, and support him as a young man, just doing his best. Bevo, you there?
I'm here, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I get what you guys are saying, but we can't. It would be unfair to get at the Saudis about atrocities. I mean, I love America as much as anybody, but we do a lot of dirt too. So we can't. We can't play.
The whole stream about to get flagged. All right.
Hey, we can't play that game. But you know what? Overall, like my man said in boxing, I miss the days of the worldwide sports. We need like a Stephen A or somebody like that to kind of embrace boxing the same way Howard Cosell did. Because if you don't have Howard Cosell, truth be told, Muhammad never becomes Muhammad the way we know him today. So we gotta.
What are you saying, bro? You're saying Max on Boxing is not biased? What are you saying? We got Max on Boxing.
Hey, and to be funny,
he's a hardcore boxing fan.
One of the fighters I never hardly ever cover is my favorite fighter, Deontay Wilder. I never cover him because I'm never going to be non-biased about it. So even as us as people who like to report on boxing, we got to know that about ourselves and know who we can't report on. I mean, think about it. As long as you see me on YouTube, I've been doing it 4 months. You haven't seen me say much about Deontay because I love him. I done met him.
Yeah.
I done talked to him. I think he's like I think he's the rebirth of Ernie Shavers, and Ernie Shavers was a bad man, and I think Deontay was the reincarnation of him. So, and like you said about the great Mark Breland, that's another reason why I like Deontay Wilder. So I don't even cover. That's why I never really covered Deontay Wilder, only because of how unbiased, how biased I am about him. But more influencers got to know who they bias about. Because I'm telling you, this Tank thing is really showing a lot of people that, yes, it's Tank. They don't even think Ryan can win.
Yeah, I mean, what it is who he's been in the ring with, who he's been tested against. If Golden Boy had done a good job of building Ryan, putting them against Haney, I would have loved to see the Ryan versus JoJo fight. Linares. There was so many guys
twice, right?
In the amateurs.
Yeah.
I heard it's 3. I heard it's 3 too. But I can't. These guys lie too much for me to actually state on my name.
It sounds like you just agree with me on that. So the funny thing about the fight game, man, is that there's so many big fights coming. I'm super excited about it because nobody thought Roberto Duran could come up from 135 and beat Sugar Ray Leonard, but he did.
Yeah.
Nobody thought Oscar De La Hoya could beat Sweet Pea, Pernell Whitaker, but he did. So that's what I'm saying. Boxing is always been
history.
See, I was there, bro. I saw the whole. I saw Roberto Duran as a lightweight, and I saw him move up to welterweight, beat Carlos Palomino, and beat
smash Carlos. Not beat him, smash Carlos.
He decisioned Carlos Palomino, and that was
I'm talking about the punches he was hitting him with. I mean,
Oh, damn. You know, I talked to Vinny Pazienza, and he told me even when he fought a 40-year-old Duran, he says nobody hit as hard as Duran. He says he's in the ring with Duran in the second round. He goes to brush something off his shoulder, and it's the canvas. I mean, that's how hard.
That's
how
good
hard.
story. Oh man.
Oh yeah, bro. This is a guy that's been in the ring with Roy Jones, with you know. I mean, dude. Roberto Duran, hands of stone, no doubt about it. And he was one of my my favorites growing up. But see the thing, brother. What's your name again, man? I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
I'm BVO Boxing, man.
BVO Boxing. I'm Bruce Gass, man. See,
Nice to meet you, Bruce.
bro, I'm a fan of boxing, not of boxers. I am really, God. I am so fucking unbiased. It's almost sickening, man. I don't care who wins against Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, man. I just want to see a good, clean fight and a decisive finish, and to me, that's what it's all about. I was a fanboy of Muhammad Ali back in the day.
Oh yeah.
But even Ali could do wrong. Even Ali fucked up a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
And I gradually weaned myself away from Muhammad Ali's tit, and you know, I'm a fan of boxing. I love boxing. I don't hate any boxers. I mean, there's boxers can do this despicable things, and bro, that's their life, man. If you can get in the ring and get yourself in shape and pass the by the commissions, then I want to see you fight, man. You know, I was a big fan of Sonny Liston, man. Nobody likes Sonny Liston. Fucking the fucking badass, and I mean, it's just, but I was also a fan of Ali when Sonny fought Ali, when Sonny fought Floyd Patterson, man. You know, I was so biased on there where my heart was in it a little bit, but the love of boxing overwhelmed that, man. So you know, I can be so biased on anything in boxing. It's just I could be like a Howard Cosell, you know. I could do that.
Yeah,
you know who I love the flowers
and build them up.
I wish one of the fighters that I can say when I first started loving boxing, I've been a fan since '95. Is Salvador Sanchez. I wish Salvador would have got more time. He was a perfect fighter. I think about him a lot. I think about what he could have been a lot. I
sat in front of the TV. The first time I saw Salvador Sanchez is when he knocked out Danny Little Red Lopez. Danny Little Red Lopez was the WBC featherweight champion. He was beating everybody, but he was a kind of a get off his ass. He'd get knocked down. He'd get up and he'd knock out the dude who he's fighting. This kid, Salvador Sanchez, I think he was like maybe 16-1, 17-1. I mean, real non-threatening. Didn't have any names on his record. And Howard Cosell called that fight too, I believe. He came out of nowhere. He destroyed Little Red Lopez. His face looked like he got stuck in a hot grease frying pan. It was that bad. And
he was special, man.
Oh, that was the legend of Salvador Sanchez. I remember the day that he died. Oh, I mean, I couldn't believe it. I said, this 23 years old, this fucker's a kid, drives his car over a cliff, man, at a training camp. He was a wild man, but he was so gifted. I saw him fight Juan Laporte, Rocky Lockridge. Oh, dude, Nico Perez. I mean, dude, Salvador Sanchez. I could talk about him all night, brother.
Yeah, man, power in both hands, great movement, high ring IQ. You know what's so funny? You think about fighters now. I hate to admit this because it's true, but a lot of the fighters before, man, were complete fighters. They could do a little bit of everything. Now guys really have just grabbed on to one skill and almost become like a specialist now. So that's why the quality of boxing, I think, has went down so bad.
This is what I love about the YouTube community is Bruce Gass. You got Bevo. You got all spectrums. So like I can literally just press play, let you guys speak, and get a whole history of the boxing community. And we're on different sides of the world. He in Cleveland, I'm in New Jersey. Bruce, where you at?
Rhode Island.
He down the street.
Right down the street, man. I drove through beautiful. Weeks ago. But, right. And you know, Salvador Sanchez, you just brought something to mind. We're talking about the pay-per-views. You know, the Salvador Sanchez Wilfredo Gomez fight, one of the hugest pay-per-views. I mean, that was Puerto Rico against Mexico, the salsa band against the mariachi band. It was crazy. It was a Don King event. 3 weeks later, bro. 3 weeks later, Sugar Ray Leonard and Thomas Hearns fight. That was 1981, I believe, man. What a year for boxing.
Yeah, you think we'll ever get one of those again?
We could, if you know, you can only fight who's in front of you. You can only fight the best of your day. If these guys would get off their asses, fight each other, do it for the legend of boxing, do it to make themselves household names, and then maybe we'd see something like that. But now there's so many noise and third parties and sponsors, and it's just you have to be more of a business star, a PhD from Harvard than to be a
boxer.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Is it the promoters or is it the managers? What's gotten worse in boxing?
I don't know.
You've been around. You've seen it. Is the promoters watering down the sports, stopping fights, or is it the boxers who have become more diva-ish and just care about every single dollar that's on their checks as opposed to the fight itself?
I'll tell you. You ever heard of Leon Muhammad?
Nope.
This guy was he was with Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson. He managed Michael Spinks when Michael Spinks beat Larry Holmes. He's managed Tim Witherspoon, Bobby Ches. I call him up all the time with questions like that. And I mean, he's really royalty in boxing. And I was just thinking, man, I should. You guys want any questions about that answer? I give Leon a call. We could put him on right now.
Oh, you calling legends on my channel, Bruce? Oh,
yeah.
Hey, if he knows how to hit the link, why not? Come on, I'm with it. I'm here.
Let's see if he answers the phone.
It'll be on for about an hour and a half. Are you watching any of the fight cards going on right now?
Oh, I was.
Okay.
I just turned my phone on, my internet dial-up on. Yeah.
Hey, take your time. Still using AOL?
This will be a pleasure if he answers the phone, bro.
Oh, I mean, listen, it's the age-old question where if you're not in boxing, you're asking yourself because you're just curious. Like, you want the sport to last. Like, when people start saying the sport's dying, you're gonna be doing all the question asking. I'm just gonna sit back.
Yeah. We'll see if he answers, man. You never know.
You never do. That's why you should try.
No, he might. He usually would be.
That's one ring too many. That's it.
Yeah. Sorry, mailbox is full.
Yeah, that's all right. Oh, he jumped off. Bevo, you still with me? All right.
Y'all walk in the store though. Hold on 1 second.
Nah, you good, bro. You good. Yeah, thank you everyone for stopping by, showing love, liking the channel. Just doing a little bit different, going back and forth. We're talking all types of boxing, old, new, the business, the maturity. How can it get better? Because what we want is for boxing to last. Bruce, you back?
Yeah. I pressed the wrong button when I hung up on him. But yeah, he didn't answer the phone. But this cat is well. See, they were gonna put him in the Atlantic City Hall of Fame, but the president. In fact, he told me this. The president said, "Oh, you're like mafia. I can't put you in. I don't know if we can do it because he was an original member of the NOI, and I mean he's just a very, very serious. You Google the name later on, man, and just see some of the shit that he's covered because he'll tell you why fights aren't being promoted. He'll tell you why the matches aren't being made because he's also, even though he's almost 80 years old, he's still an advisor for Don King, for Bob Arum, for Top Rank.
Well, Bruce, we got something to talk about then. What you think about Don King signing AB? I'm interested.
I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know if there's anything going to come of it. I don't know if it's just a
they're both from Cleveland, so it could be like AB going home. That's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah,
AB
it
is
could
fine.
be a couple of homies taking care of each other.
Yeah.
It could be for exposure for Don King Promotions. You know, maybe he's going to make one last hurrah before he
Don
can't
King
make.
has been talking about coming back, but you see the thing is you need a network. Wouldn't it be better if BLK Prime, Marv Nation?
Yeah, well, I saw that thing today. I saw that hardcore boxing today, and that was a whole different.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
So,
for the big baby versus Big Daddy, the battle of the bigs.
And they're also going to cover the Roy Jones and Antonio Tava exhibition. So you know this. I think you can make yourself a company, but Don King's got the name. If you can get Broner to fight somebody, maybe damn, I can't even imagine who Don King could bring in to fight Adrian Broner at this.
That's the thing too, right? Everyone's kind of locked up. Who's okay, I got it. AB versus Mikey Garcia, the rematch. That's too much water.
Well, but Don King Promotions, they've been getting kind of second rate lately. I don't know if you've watched any of them, but it's more like they put the lounge chairs by the fucking ringside, and it's like almost like
they're happening in Florida. That's why they look like that. It's a Florida production.
Well, the fight with Aaron Pryor and Alexis Aguayo was a Florida production too, but that didn't look anything.
Florida has changed over the years. If you want to have something crazy to happen, you go to Florida. But for me, the signing of AB, I think it's a good thing. Whether it's just him trying to help him by signing him, I think it's a good thing. AB has been desperately seeking an opportunity. I really thought that Eddie Hearn of Dazn would have tried to snatch him. I know Top Rank mostly goes after the younger guys, the more prospect level. They don't go for more well-established guys. But I really wanted to just see AB get an opportunity to get back into boxing, to make some money, and to do what he loves to do. Whether it's 2 more fights, 1 more fight, I'm excited to just see AB back in the ring. So I'm praying and looking forward to whatever comes of this.
I'm back, y'all. I'm back.
Man, we ain't miss you. We talking that facts. We talking that truth. Don King Promotions.
Hey, remember when you talk about Don King, remember this is a family man, married for 53 years. Beautiful brother.
Oh, that's that Cleveland connection. You hear it, Bruce? You hear it?
Oh yeah, I hear it, man.
I saw him with that Cleveland hat. I was like, oh man.
I watched Don King since the first Don King promotion, bro. The Rumble in the Jungle. When Don King, when he came to, he suck up. What am I looking for? He seeked out. Okay, seeked out. He seeked out Muhammad Ali while he was in Cleveland to set up a fundraiser for Cleveland for a children's hospital that was in really bad financial states, and that was the beginning of. Hey, this is Don King. Flamboyant character, cigar smoking. He took the boxing world by storm because before that it was real small. A lot of mob involved. So as flamboyant as Don King. Don King was crazy. He put on these huge shows, and some of the Don King cards in the 80s, he would have 4 main events on one card.
Yeah,
one night.
Him and Al Heyman are both from Cleveland, and you see like the guys who have lasted the longest in boxing and have been there the longest are those 2 brothers from Cleveland. I like to always say that and pay homage to that for the people not paying attention.
Keep in mind, fellas, that Don King was used by Ali to redo his deals when he wanted to get away from Top Rank.
Top Rank. I knew exactly.
When Ali left the Black Muslim movement, Herbert Muhammad and Bob made a deal where he ended up selling his shares of Top Rank to Bob. So what Ali did was he did a deal, and then like you just spoke about that hospital fight, but he did Ali's next 3 fights, and that's how you got Don King Promotion. So Muhammad Ali, the great Muhammad Ali, is the reason we got 2 of the best boxing organizations of all time.
Yeah. Which Top Ranking? What's the other one? What's the second one? Just for the viewers that may not know. And Don King Promotions. Yeah.
Because
both
you
have
have
the test of time. Yep.
You have a rule called the Muhammad Ali Act, is because Muhammad Ali made so much money, he was so big. What they would do is they would have their two stepsons. Bob Arum's son is the CEO now. I can't remember his name offhand. And they would basically be the manager, and they would double dip. And that's what Al Heyman does. Al Heyman is pretty much around. That's what he's doing by being the advisor. So he can be the promoter and the manager and get around that Muhammad Ali Act, which was passed in Congress. That's how big, people forget how big Muhammad was. He was huge, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Bruce, anything to comment on that?
Oh, absolutely. But I just got a text from Leon. He says he's going to call me in a couple of minutes. So we may get some action. Because what you were just talking about, my brother, this is a man who was right there, right in the Nation of Islam, right from the beginning. In fact, I think he's Herbert Muhammad's brother-in-law, bro.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, but you're going to get some history if he calls me back, bro. Believe me, this is going to be exciting as hell, man.
I'm excited, and he hasn't even answered the phone yet.
Oh, bro, when I talk to this guy, I don't say a word. I just let him go, man. He's got opinions. He doesn't like people, but hey, man, that's his opinion. He can say what he wants to say because he has a reason for it, And that's
absolutely.
That's the beauty. I hope he calls back, man. It's going to be cool.
And Bob Arum gets a bad name, man. I tell you what, Bob Arum gets a really bad name. The guy has done nothing but do good business for over 60 years. And they drag him in the dirt. They talk bad about him. The man has done the same thing that Don King has done, the same things Bob has done. Don't forget that Mayweather had to pay him $750,000 to leave his deal, but he could have always kept Mayweather. He didn't have to let him go. He didn't have to let De La Hoya go. So we got to really stop talking about the promoters, man, as if there's some scumbags or guys that just mess up the sport. You got the sport because of them. Because before then, the whole sport was owned by the mob. Like he spoke about, Charles Sonny Liston. That was the mob's father. I think he was part of the Gambino family. The Gambinos owned him.
The Jamboree. Thanks for stopping by. Please hit that like button. Thank you.
Ack Reaches in the ring, bro. He's a fighter. He put out a video yesterday of him training against a welterweight, bro. He's a featherweight, and he's fighting he's in the ring sparring against a pro welterweight. Shout out to Jamboree, man.
Oh, he's a fighter? Oh, that's beautiful. Thanks for stopping by, man. Hey, listen, let's get together if you need. So, with my channel, what I do here, I don't really gossip, spread the news, spread the rumors. All I do is kind of give you guys when the fight cards are happening, who's there, and promote the undercards, because some of these fighters that are on there, you will probably never hear from again. This might be a one-off for them, or, as they say, they're cab drivers, they're taxi drivers, but they step through the rings, they're getting paid, and, I'm going to put some dignities on the guys' names on the bottom of the card. The prelim guys, the guys fighting the 4-rounders, the 6-rounders. My channel is going to be a place where, you can advertise any upcoming fight, from the smallest promotion to the biggest promotion. That's what I like to do. Please like and subscribe. For anyone watching the playback, thank you guys for stopping by. I'm excited to see what the end of the schedule is, even though we have such an exciting fights coming up all the way up until June. I'm excited to see what the back end of the schedule will look like. Well, Spence, Jamal, Jermell, Boots, Danny Garcia, Lara. There's just so many fighters on the PBC waiting, waiting to etch their name or to sign that contract and, start putting themselves into training. David Morel into these fight camps and getting ready for fights to start coming. I'm excited about that.
I'll be excited when they start fighting each other, bro, to be honest with you, man. There's just too much inactivity for me. I come from a different era, man,
Yeah, different era, different attention span, different money, different way of promoting. people don't people don't go to fights as they used to. This is about making money. This is a business. If I'm open, you would say, hey, why not, if you're open every day, then people will come in and shop. But then if I'm open and I lose money on the lights and stuff is not, people didn't really show up. You got to show up by pushing the sport forward and paying homage. What's that, Bevo? Go ahead.
No, what I was saying, we talk about the old days, man. I think it's funny that people say it as if something's new. All it was, they didn't know something was more hungry. That's all it was.
More hungry or more humble?
More hungry. Like Muhammad Ali was the biggest dude in the world, and he was like chasing guys. Like he would. I love the story, man. How he would. I think he sparred Sonny Liston, and once he sparred him, literally harassed him every single day until he got the fight. And when you seen that fight, you said, "Oh man, Muhammad was really that guy." You know, because if you watch his career, man, I'm telling you, that's a guy that you can study all day, man. You see so many similarities and how people try to imitate Muhammad, man. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's happening right now.
You won't believe this, but Mayweather is imitating Don King when you see this whole villain role, because he never was a villain. Floyd always has been a good kid, but to make the money he wanted, he had to be the bad guy.
Become a villain. Yeah, people pay to watch you lose. You know, skills, and everything. You know, go by the wayside.
Ali was hated, bro. Back in the day, man, he tore America apart. There were riots in the streets. I mean, you know, people either loved Ali or they hated Ali. It was just an amazing time. When he fought Joe Frazier, it was the whole world stopped. It was like nothing I've ever seen since. Nothing I'll ever see again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was just undescribable. You think there's hatred between Pac-Man and Floyd? You think Tank and Ryan have bitterness between? Bro, Frazier and Ali. There were riots in the streets. Cops were busting heads open with billy clubs. I mean, it was fucking nuts. There were hard hats out there, and there were fucking hippies. It was just fucking insane. It was riots over boxing, and that's how much passion was there. People just people flocked to fighters. I think Muhammad Ali. More people at one time in this world knew more who Muhammad Ali was than Jesus Christ was. He was that popular.
Wow.
Oh yeah, bro. I mean, you know, when Ali, they say heavyweights control boxing, but Ali controlled more than boxing. He pretty much controlled the world when people needed they needed people to rally around. They needed causes to be straightened out. Disputes. Ali was at the center of these things. There's so many stories about the things he did to. Remember the hostage crisis with Iraq back in Iran? I'm sorry, way back in the 70s. Ali he went over there to negotiate the release of the 180 hostages or so. He was bigger than boxing. Bigger than boxing, man. You know, and at the same time, there was some dude who was going to commit suicide jumping off a building, and you know, people at the bottom are saying jump, and the cops and stuff are trying to get the guy down, and he's like, "Oh, my life is ruined." Ali went up there, walked out on the ledge, hugged the guy, and I mean, Muhammad Ali was just he was just a polarizing figure, just amazing, man. I can't say enough about Ali.
You know, it's funny, man, when you think about Ali, before him, his idol was Sugar Ray Robinson. And I don't know if you guys ever seen the fight when he was fighting Sonny Liston. What he said, "I'm here with Sugar Ray."
Yeah, he wanted Sugar Ray Leonard to be his trainer and his manager, and Sugar Ray Leonard wouldn't do it. Yeah, no, that was his right hand man at press conferences and back in the early days. They dressed a lot, and oh yeah, man, Sugar Ray. That's another one. Some people say he was the greatest fighter of all time, Sugar Ray Robinson. He could do
everything. Say some people, everybody knows he's the greatest.
Yeah. Well, not so much now. You got a lot of ignorant people out there who have no respect for the old timers and no respect for the legends. I mean, I heard somebody the other day was saying that Triple G would beat Floyd, would beat Sugar Ray Robinson, and I can't. I can't even talk to something like that.
He would get beat to death if he fought. The low pound for pound list that we know today was created because people felt that
Sugar Ray Robinson
was better than Joe Louis.
Yeah.
I believe this. I believe Sugar Ray Robinson could have stopped Joe Louis in his prime. I mean,
wow.
And you know what made me laugh? The funny thing about Sugar Ray Robinson was that he fought so often. And not against bums, against whoever the world had.
Oh yeah, bro. He went 100 fights with no losses before he fought Jake LaMotta, and Jake LaMotta beat him by a close decision. He went on to beat Jake LaMotta 5 more times. They fought 6 times altogether. Crazy, bro. I mean,
Jake LaMotta beat him by 2 points. Ain't that funny? He beat him by 2 points.
Yeah. They talked about the shoulder roll. No, you didn't see anybody giving Jake LaMotta the shoulder roll. He'd break your fucking shoulders, bro.
You know a fighter I love, I wish could have been around now, is Jack Dempsey, the first $1 million fighter. If you ever watch Jack Dempsey, my God, what a beautiful fighter, man.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
only could he knock you out, the man looked like an underwear model. So he kind of had everything going, man.
Oh, he got it. Was they used to travel the country by train. Jack, I forget what his manager's name. I'll think of it as going along. But what they used to do was they would stop in a town and they would build a stadium. They'd cut down trees, build this huge 40,000 seat arena. They'd fight in it, and they'd split town. And they called it the Greenwood Stadium. It's probably a dozen throughout the country. I mean, it was Jack Dempsey. He was a too. He had the loaded gloves, they say.
Yeah, I hear that, but at the end of the day, man, only thing I get on Jack Dempsey about is the fact that he purposely did not give Jack Johnson his opportunity. Other than that, there's nothing I can say.
He definitely he only fought the white fighters, man. He didn't want to give any black fighters a chance back then. And that was the climate. People today think there's racism in boxing. You have no fucking idea, bro. There ain't no racism in boxing anymore. Go look at Jack Johnson's day. Go look at freaking Joe Louis, man. Joe Louis, he had handcuffs on him. Joe Louis had to be a perfect man. He couldn't step out of line. He couldn't eat fried chicken or watermelon. He liked it. He couldn't go and dance in clubs at night. He had to live by the rules, and he lived in the Jim Crow era. That's what people today don't understand.
All right.
I'll tell you why they don't understand it, man. You don't understand what you never experienced.
Yep. Fellas, I thank you guys for blessing the platform today. A lot of good information shared, a lot of stories, a lot of boxing history. I'm going to jump off and we're going to be over at Skywalker Boxing. We're going to be calling the rest of the Dazn card. I'm going to check that out with them. And there's also this app called Bxng for boxing. It's $19.99 a month. They have 2 different fight cards on different panels today. And what I'm going to do is jump over here and I'm going to jump over to those guys and check it out with them. Come on over and support. Thank you guys for stopping by. Hour and 5 into this live. I thank you guys to everyone that stopped by. Mike Biggs, Miss Joette, Terry Smoot. Who else was in here? Who else? I don't want to miss anyone on the way out. Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. Like and subscribe. Pretty good historian. Gabe G5, thank you for stopping by. Just Do Boxing, thank you for stopping by. Keys to the Game Boxing, thank you for stopping by. We're all going to be over at Skywalker. You know, like how when a party's over, you don't just leave. You got to know where the next club is going to be. That's where the next party is going to be. Skywalker Boxing. All right. I think it's Black Grass Podcast. They're doing it together. But go to Skywalker first, hit that like button, and then click the Zoom link, and it'll jump you right over to the next channel where we having that party. I'll be in the chat. Thank you to everyone for stopping by. Undercard and Boxing for all fight updates. Signing out. Peace.